By 1995, St Mark's had moved from the City Road site to Northwick Park, and we found funding. By this time, Robin Phillips was a director of the registry, and he was setting about to do a study, a chemoprevention study with a company who agreed to fund a new computer system. The wonderful thing about this for us was that we were able to build into it fields that enabled us to trace and monitor the patients more easily. One of the most satisfying parts of working in the registry was my contact with the patients, and getting to know them, getting to know the families, taking the family history, and then attending the clinics and meeting them year after year after year, watching the children grow, and being introduced to children in their pushchairs, and gradually watching them grow up until it was their time to be examined. Sometimes the patients would treat me and my colleague, at that time was Judith Langrieb. They would treat us like members of the family. They would bring us little presents back from their holiday. But of course, the most important thing for us was that they would keep us up to date and trust us enough sometimes to tell us family secrets, like the existence of illegitimate children who were, of course, at risk of getting polyposis, and if not warned and treated or tested to find out if they were affected, the first time they might know about the condition was the development of cancer. So there were several occasions where we, through the social services or some of the religious organisations that dealt with adoptions, we were able to trace children that had been adopted. We would always write and say that we understood that a certain person had adopted a child. We didn't need to know where they were, we didn't need to know their name, but we would like them to reassure us that the child had been referred and screened. In dealing with the families, I don't think that I was always, in fact, usually not aware of how much they valued my involvement or my various colleagues' involvements in their care. Just a few years ago, I met a lady when I was going home from work. She was standing at the front door waiting for a taxi with her teenage son, and she greeted me with great pleasure and said, "Oh, Charlie, this is Kay. You have to meet Kay, because if you're ever in trouble, you just ring up and ask for Kay and she will sort everything out for you." And I had no idea that that was how she viewed me, and what, you know, the amount of well, I felt very little involvement in helping her during her time at the hospital, but obviously she viewed it differently, and that's very it's just very nice feeling to have that I have been helpful to people during it's a difficult condition to live with, and it's nice to know that I've helped.